So Texas Instruments, we got into, which this is like my favorite thing because everyone I post in a hedge fund forum where I do like breakdown analysis for it. And this guy came on and basically gave a bearish case to Texas Instruments. And 5 minutes later, I had posted a breakdown because we saw a big order back in. Oh no, those expired, so those are done. Now, mind you, Texas Instruments has been ripping since the end of May. And with the moves they've been making, I think they're going to destroy. I think they're going to be probably one of the stronger earnings reports because they're benefiting from all this semiconductor and AI benefit, and they're like riding the tailwinds of that. So, yeah, they had a solid gain, but I think they are about to crush some serious butt for this earnings because again, that semiconductor AI space right now is hot, and Texas Instruments is kind of like the nerdy girl with braces who got hot when she got into her 30s finally. So it's definitely not a sexy company, but it's in earnings, honestly, the boring companies are the ones who typically deliver the most consistent and safest results in terms of getting a return on whatever your bias may be. Because all you need to do, guys, is read a news article, honestly, or read what are the expectations. Because 9 times out of 10, with companies like Texas Instruments, you're seeing all of their stuff already get priced in to a degree. So there isn't going to be an aggressive 10% swing. And these positions you're going to see being built are going to be longer out. So even if you get that initial earnings drop, you're most likely getting that recovery over the next couple months as things move forward as well.
Okay, I like that. Stacks is showing kind of all over the place. A lot of the, I would actually say there's probably quite a few, like you said, that just expired too. The most recent is a put that was purchased, and that one's the short term one for next week, next Friday.
Yeah.
$212 strike. But that's a fairly small move down, if anything. From 217, it closed at 216.62 on Friday. So there is a possibility maybe this one's just playing it for over the weekend. I would say if you're going to look at Texas Instruments for the earnings, keep an eye open for anything that comes in on stacks from Monday and Tuesday. Especially if they are going to be playing the earnings, you'll probably see an influx of calls or puts coming in on Tuesday, probably an hour or two before close. That's usually what you kind of want to keep an eye out for. If they're really aiming for the end of next week or the end of or the very beginning of August, those are the expiration dates you want to keep an eye out for. And if they're willing to spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, that's kind of your indicator that somebody knows something about what they're about to report. But I agree with you. I do think they're probably going to report positive earnings, positive revenue, and EPS. The question is, it's hard to tell if that's priced into this because they are near those all-time highs that they just most recently reached too.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing though about it is like I have like a chart where it shows like 2 day prior demand. It shows like their 4 day prior supply, five. I think I can get up to 15 days worth of that data. And when I look at their 2 day prior demand, it's at 211. But even at that point, we saw a nice recovery. And mind you, this was on Wednesday. Wednesday, we saw a nice recovery. It was at 211, and we closed at 217, I want to say, in after hours, but 216.62 is what it closed on Friday. So it obviously has some momentum and some buyers that are willing to step in at those levels. And when you look at the 5 minute chart, if you look at where all of these aggressive run-ups are, it kind of closed those gaps and accumulated and started a next leg up. So from what I'm seeing is like in the last month, this thing, after it had its gnarly pop back in, yeah, from 192 back in on June 9th to June 10th, that this thing has been steadily accumulating at those 192 to 196 levels, and it's kind of just taken off and has been creating higher lows consistently over the last month. So it's definitely something that like I think does have a pop in it, and even if we see a drawback, it's shown that it will recover pretty quickly from any aggressive drawdowns that it has had, just from those buyers stepping in the volume alone.
Very good. I agree. Yeah, it looks strong. Reaction to earnings. This is maybe unless we see additional confluence on stacks, this might be the one where you wait till after earnings to figure out what direction you want to go in on it. But it does look fairly strong for the upcoming months, unless we have some other more macroeconomic issues that come up.